National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like that,
both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as Week 3 gets underway. Dameon Pierce now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted second in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
and when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 31. And he finds a seam down the middle, complete. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun now, 1st round. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He beams one, deep right side. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Here's Darnold. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Motion man right is Jefferson. First and 10, here's Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Jones trying the left side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Jones reels it in.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Right, ready to send this one away. Here's Sims with the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and just 2 to go. On play action, here's Stroud. He puts some juice on it deep, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that deep.
He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Right, ready to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 32. Completed to Collins. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Escapes, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. They'll set up the wide receiver screen here. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Blitz coming 1st round. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Vikings football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Counter play, Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Bails out of... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Darnold now to throw. Got his man on the in. Complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Texans football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Stroud from the pistol. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Stroud. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Rifles it, and it's caught. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Darnold has the connection to Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
It is caught left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Fires over the middle, caught. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Broke through the tackle. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings now set to take the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Right side, got a man, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10 from the 41. To throw, here's Darnold. Got him in over the middle, complete. And they're gonna bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Quick hitter, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Jones reels it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. They'll throw it again. It's caught. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Right, ready to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They send a tight end in motion. Nixon on the counter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. First down, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far. Throwing on third down, Stroud. Sends it to Diggs along the sideline. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up a Houston first. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. This one quickly to Dell. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Offense up to the line fast. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up second down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we've reached halftime in Minneapolis with the Vikings out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Josh Jacobs with both of their touchdowns thus far as he's scored twice on the ground. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home.
And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. It's Brandon Powell with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle. Complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates noticed.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Rolling into enemy territory. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here's a give to Jones. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Darnold looking to throw. Able to find Jones. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Has his man, it's Mixon. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Now it's Stroud. Finding Collins. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. 1st and 10 from the 41. A give to Mixon. Oh, he loses the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold to throw. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back now, pressure on its way. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow their lead off the turnover. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. They watched their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Staying between it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Will Reichard now to try the Vikings field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that grows the lead to 27. Right, ready to send this one away.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. And while we watch these replays from the booth, partner, he's probably remembering these plays out from the coach's doghouse. You think? Yeah, coughed up the football. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Cut by Diggs. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. 2nd and 3 now. from the 47. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's taken down at the 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. A give. This is Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Texans with the football and a chance to do a little window dressing here in the 4th. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the gun, Stroud. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Going with Jones on the ground. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Jones once more. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Darnold. Got his man on the in, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. 48. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Complete to Dell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Shotgun now for Stroud. Here's a throw on the out route. Complete. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Connection made to Dell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Throwing is Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Vikings are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Darnold. Got him in over the middle, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Launches one deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
To the left side, and it is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Going right side, mixing with it. As a lane. Oh no, he lost control of another one. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first. Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running right, this is Jones. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They left him wide open. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And the fumble recovery is made. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Stroud now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. They go play action on 1st. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. On the carry, this is Jones. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Texans and Stephon. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. Another try following the sack. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
2nd down carry for Jones. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. They give to Jones, right side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And he's going to take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. And they'll kneel this down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Ewing, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.